What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Saturday edition. We are giving you the first look at the Saturday edition of MLB DFS. So what we're going to do is, if you're new to the channel, we are going to look at all the games that we possibly can. We're going to break them down. We're going to use outlier.bet. If you have not already checked them out, the link will be in the description to sign up. You can sign up, use them for 7-day free trial. After 7 days, if you go with their normal package, using our link, we're going to give you a free week of FTA Plus, which is a week of all sports, not just MLB. We do MLB, we do PGA, MMA, and NASCAR right now. If you do that free link, and then after 7 days do their premium package, we're going to give you a free month as well. So what we're going to do, the video is a little bit longer than what you're probably used to, but if you guys have been here before, you know the drill. We're going to look at game by game using Outlier. They're not a sponsor, by the way. We are going to look at historical matchups. We're going to look at batter splits. We're going to take a look at who the pitcher is and maybe try to give you some of the bats and how they do, what their numbers are so far right now to build some stacks for the day. After that, we've already done 10,000 simulations in the background. We are going to give you all of our batters that currently have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. Now, these can change. We do 20,000 simulations a day. These can and probably will change a little bit later after 20,000, but this is your first look. We're going to give you all those batters. Then after that, we're going to give you the Pitches Be Crazy segment, where we look at the bottom 5 teams that strike out the most, take the pitchers that are going up against them, whether or not you want to use that for DFS or sports betting, and then we're going to give you some sports bets at the very end as well. And on top of everything, we try to give back every day that we possibly can. What I mean by that is I try to have a giveaway or two every single one of these videos. So all you got to do is subscribe, be a subscriber to this channel, you got to comment on the video, and you got to like the video. You do all of those, and this video gets at least 50 likes, and the majority of them pretty much every single day will. You will have a shot at a free week of FTA Plus. If this video gets at least 100 likes, that's a shot at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on the video, you will have a shot at winning a lifetime pass. It has been so long since we've given away a lifetime pass. I'm going to drop it down. If this video gets 175 likes on a Saturday, and that is before the main slate locks, we are going to give away 2 lifetime passes. So all we need, we'll get the views. I know we will get the views. You just got to like the video, and you got to leave a comment. So let's get 175 likes, and 2 of you will be lucky winners for that lifetime pass. So that being said, we are going to see who the 2 winners, or maybe 1 winner, is from yesterday. We're going to re-roll it. This is just for the views. So this is 50 views or more. Even if the keyword's here, we're still going to re-roll it for the keyword after this. So the winner of the views is, there you go, Thomas Marxo, 6113. It's been a while since you've won, I believe, but congratulations. You've won your free pass. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. The email is also in the description of this video. But check it out. Email me with the subject line, 6 video views winner. And then let me know your username on the website. So that's on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Now, the keyword was water, or some form of water, from yesterday. So we're still going to re-roll it, but you still have a shot to win since you did have the keyword there. And the winner of the keyword is W Purchase 420. Congratulations to both of you. You know the drill. W, please email me in the subject line. Say you are the 6 video keyword winner, and let me know your username on the website. So congratulations to both of you. Hopefully you check it out. If you want to check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, under the MLB tab, we have a ton of tools here. If you want to check them out, you want to check it out. Again, just like yesterday's video, first come, first serve. I have 5 open spots available for the yearly pass. Normally $199. You can get it for $100 off right now. First come, first serve. Just email me and say you are looking for the yearly special, and we will get you set up for $100 off. It's first come, first serve, the next 5 people. So what we're going to do is, we have a very early game that we're not going to cover. It's the Cubs at the Tigers. Then we have an early slate, and then we have a main slate. So there are just different ways to go about this. Just being a Saturday, this is kind of how the slates are broken down. So we're not going to cover the Cubs and the Tigers game. If you want to see that, they will be part of our simulations. They will be part of our the projections and stuff for the day. But we're not going to cover the first game here because it's a solo game. And you're not going to play like an all-day slate on Fanduel. So what we're going to go with first, we got the Blue Jays at the Twins going up on a Tuesday, or whatever that song is, you guys know. But looking at this, We've got Kevin Gausman versus Chris Paddock. Now, Gausman, 126 plate appearances, 248 batting average against the Twins in his career, 32.5K percentage. He's striking them out at a fantastic rate when he's faced them. He comes in with a sub-4 ERA this year. He's got 8.66 strikeouts per 9 over 70 innings. Has not faced, and only one walk per 9, basically. Or walk plus hits per innings pitched. So his whip is 1, which is good. Obviously, that is baseline. That is where you're kind of looking at. Has not faced the Twins this year. Okay? Now he's on the road, which is fine. And you got Chris Paddock, 3.58 ERA, 1.13 whip. So it is up there a little bit. But here's why we like Outlier. Again, not a sponsor, but a good way to kind of help you out and see the differences with, basically Baseball Savant or like Fanduel or DraftKings have breakdowns as well. So just kind of looking, I do like Gausman in this one. I don't mind a little bit of Paddock as well. He really hasn't seen the Blue Jays, so maybe that gets a boost up for him because the team hasn't seen him before. Maybe he's able to kind of do some things that they haven't seen. But if we were to look just at the bats on both sides, like Toronto, Andres Gimenez is the only one that's seen him. Obviously, Andres Gimenez being with the Guardians last year, seen him in the same division. 1 for 3 with a home run. That's it. That's all. But then you dig in a little bit and we see, how does this team do against right-handed pitching? And we can look right now. Like you're looking at Addison Barger, 278 batting average with 6 bombs. You've got Bo Bichette, 287 batting average against righties with 7. I think he hit 2 home runs, or he hit 1 or 2 home runs on Thursday, something like that. But he's seen the ball well. He's hitting righties better than lefties. You have Jimenez batting 220. It's a little lower than what we'd like to see. It is below league average, but he does have 1 home run against him and 3 bombs here. Vladdy batting 260 with 5 bombs. Nate Lukes batting 277 with 4 bombs. You got George Springer batting 254 with 4 bombs. Like those are there. Again, we don't know who the actual lineup's going to be, so it's always one that you kind of got to look at and figure out what direction you're going to go and how we want to stack, if we want to stack here. Now, Paddock brings in some good numbers this year. So you're always looking at that. He's got a 3.58 ERA. He's just not getting run support. He's 3-5 record. Then we look at Minnesota bats against Gausman. They've seen him a little bit, but he has actually had their number, like we said, on 126 plate appearances. But again, anything can happen. It is baseball. It's weird. Baseball's weird. It's baseball, Susan. But like if you were to use some that have had success, no one's hit a home run except Vasquez. I don't know if he'll start. It's probably going to be Ryan Jeffers. You never know, though. And then if you see how they do against right-handed pitching this year, Ryan Jeffers batting 256 with 4 bombs, is batting better than Christian Vasquez, so I think that's probably why Jeffers will start. Cody Clemens could be a cheap option, batting 260 with 5 bombs. Ty France batting 283. Brooks Lee batting 252. Both have 4 bombs. Buxton's got 8 bombs. Larnach's got 8 bombs. Like, I think a lot of people are going to be on Gausman, but I think it could be sneaky for twin stack as well. I think I'll have exposure to both. That's kind of where I'll look at just a little bit. And that's, again, if you make multiple different lineups, not just one lineup. I guess I'll put it that way. So that's kind of where I'd go in this game. I think I'll have exposure to both pitchers in tournaments. I don't know about cash. I think I want to have exposure to at least a stack or 2 on both sides, if that makes sense here. So then we got the next game. We've got the Dodgers at the Cardinals. It's weird to see the Dodgers playing at 1 in the afternoon Central. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's just definitely one that I would look at. And I love Yamamoto today. I know he struggled against the Yankees last game, but I think he bounces back against this game. We're going to take a look. We're going to look at it. Like I said, love Yamamoto here. I think it was a blip on the radar. I think he comes back strong, hopefully. Now, again, I'll be the first one to let you guys know if I'm right or wrong. You guys know that I take accountability. We have Yamamoto versus Eric Fetty-Wap. I don't trust Fetty. 5.8 strikeouts per 9. It's a low number. Does have a good ERA, 3.82, but 3-5 record, 1.29 whip is not ideal. So you look at the Dodgers bats against him, like Teoscar Hernandez. Usually we like to take him against lefties. Got 2 home runs against him, 3 for 6. Michael Conforto has a home run. Ohtani has a home run. Against righties this year, they are killing it. Freeman batting 394. Ohtani batting 276 with 19 bombs. You've got Paez batting 301 with 9 bombs. Muncy kind of been on fire right now. One of the hottest hitters for the Dodgers or in baseball. 273 batting average, 9 bombs there. TK Hernandez, who knows? Betts, another one. Like a full Dodger stack here, I do not mind whatsoever. Cardinals bats against him really haven't had success against right-handed pitching like Burley. If you were to not go Yamamoto and you were to go a different direction because you think, hey, maybe they won't be in this one, and maybe he has another bad outing like he did against the Yankees. Burleson would make sense. Brendan Donovan would make sense, batting 358. Victor Scott batting 273. Mason Wynn batting 308. Like, I like these guys. Lars Nootbaar might be another one. Bats better against lefties than righties, but still 248 against righties with multiple home runs. Got 6 home runs right now. I don't mind that. Personally, I'm going to be looking at Yamamoto and stacking the Dodgers. I really don't want anything to do with Fedde and the Cardinals. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's where I'm going in that game. Okay, so next game we're going to talk about, we're going to look at the Braves at the Giants. Again, just like yesterday's video, we love a game in this ballpark because of how big this field is, which I absolutely love. So I look at this, and I see it's Bryce Elder versus Logan Webb. Now, Logan Webb, in his career, 114 plate appearances against the Braves, 290 batting average, 24.6 K percentage. He has been better at home. Numbers a little bit, I don't love the numbers because we know how good the Braves can actually be. That's what's wild. Their offense obviously started off very slow. It's now coming back on, especially with Acuna being back in the mix and people are hitting. Then you got Bryce Elder. So Bryce Elder comes in, 4.56 ERA. We have not used him this year. Got a 130 whip. He's got only 6.75 strikeouts per 9. I don't like those numbers. If I were to take a pitcher, it would be Logan Webb because he just pitches better at home. But if we were going against that, we want to look at the numbers. Like Matt Olson has a home run against him. Acuna has a home run against him. Michael Harris is batting 6 for 11 with a home run. Some RBIs. Obviously, Michael Harris is fast. He can steal some bases as well. Then you just look at what other Braves have been like good against righties this year. Drake Baldwin batting over 300's got a handful of bombs. Sean Murphy, same thing, 5 home runs. Marcell Ozuna batting 271 against righties this year. Less than what he does against lefties, but that's a respectable number there. You got 8 home runs there. You've got Ozzy Albies if you're looking for a stack. You got 6 home runs there. Acuna is batting 433. Like, these numbers make sense. And then if you can't obviously fit all of these in there, but you got Austin Riley, you got Verdugo possibly, or Eli White if he's in there. You've got some plays to go if you want to pay up stars and scrubs type of stack there. San Francisco bat against Bryce Elder. Not many have seen him, but Willy Adames, he's 3 for 10. 2 of those 3 hits are home run. Against right-handed pitchers this year, Willy Adames batting 229 with 5 bombs. Patrick Bailey, 211. I don't know if Patrick Bailey will be in there, but we'll see. Wilmer Flores batting 262 with 7 home runs. You got Elliot Ramos batting 295 with 9 bombs. You got Mike Yastrzemski batting 257 with 4 home runs as well. So we've seen them. They're there. We kind of know what to expect. I'm probably more prone to Logan Webb in tournaments, but I kind of think I like stacking here as well. Both sides of the ball, I think I'm okay with stacking and not don't overthink this one. Let's put it that way. Then we got the Texas Rangers at the Nationals. We've got Jacob deGrom, who's shoving. He's doing what Jacob deGrom does, versus Mitchell Parker in another situation. And this one right here is going to put us at our slate that we can cover. So we look at this game. There is some weather concern here, so definitely pay attention there. But deGrom comes in, 2.34 ERA, 66 strikeouts. Splits-wise, 8 games at home, 4 on the road. Does have a worse ERA on the road. And the Washington Nationals do hit. They're hitting pretty well. Only faced 19 of the actual at-bats against this team. So really hasn't seen this team much. And then you kind of look like not a good game in standards of kind of what we're looking for. If you're over 10,000, you're probably looking for 25 to 30 fantasy points on FanDuel, more closer to 50 or on DraftKings and 50 on FanDuel. I get that. So deGrom has got great numbers there. He is down a little bit, 9,400. Does pitch worse on the road. And then you got Mitchell Parker. We've stacked against him the last 2 games, and they've worked out. Didn't give a ton of runs, but we didn't use him. 5 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. The strikeouts are low there. The Rangers' offense has been pretty anemic for the most part. But then we can look at the number. So against Mitchell Parker, no one's hit a home run. Against lefties, you've got Higashioka, who does hit lefties better, 257 batting average. Jake Berger with 262. They brought him back up recently. Corey Seager only batting 175, but he's been on fire. That I do love him there. And Washington's bullpen is bad. So if they get to Mitchell Parker, the bullpen comes in and then they could feast. You got Wyatt Langford, obviously looking good. Marcus Semien with a couple of home runs the other night. I'm definitely looking in that direction. And then Washington bats. So the only one that has a home run is Nate Lowe against Jacob deGrom. But you can see they do hit righties better. DeGrom's looking really good to start the season, though. That's the problem. But if you were to go against him, James Wood batting 290 with double-digit home runs. I love that. Nate Lowe against a righty. We love Luis Garcia batting 282 with 5 bombs against a righty. CJ Abrams batting 277 with 6 bombs. I'm looking at that as well. Maybe a little bit of Kyber Ruiz. It just depends on the catcher that's going. But if I were to take a pitcher, it would be Jacob deGrom in cash and tournaments. You could make a case for Mitchell Parker in tournaments just because of how bad this Rangers offense overall has been this year. But again, they can hit anyone if they try. Mitchell Parker, I don't trust him enough here. So the next game we're going to talk about, Philly at Pittsburgh. Cloudy, without a chance of meatball, but is looking pretty good for baseball. We're talking Ranger Suarez versus Andrew Heaney. So Suarez comes in, 76 plate appearances, 224 batting average. We know how bad this Pirates team is overall. Heaney comes in, 59 plate appearances, 333. Direction I'm going Suarez, and I'm going the Philly bats. I'm a full stack here. I don't even need to dig into the numbers a little bit. I'm looking at Schwarber, who hits lefties better. Trey Turner, Nick Castellanos, Bryce Harper. You could look at Edmundo Sosa. I mean, you can look at these lower end guys because you're not going to be able to like do a full stack with all the big names and feel comfortable with it. So you're going to have to find maybe a Brandon Marsh or maybe a Real Muto if he's in there. I know he's been day to day. I don't know if he's missing this game. So what I'm looking at this game, I'm looking at Ranger Suarez, and I am looking at the Philly bats here. Now, this could be wrong. We'll find out, but that is the direction I would go. So the next game, we already talked about Atlanta at San Francisco, Kansas City at the White Sox. So we come into this game. Now, currently, I am seeing Michael Wacha and not, or okay, yeah. So Michael Wacha versus Adrian Hauser. Now, Hauser comes in. Again, we know the White Sox they're a bad team. Michael Wacha in his career, 60 plate appearances, 200 batting average. Adrian Hauser in his career against Kansas City, 41 plate appearances, 303 batting average. It's kind of what I would have expected. So you got Wacha coming in. He's 6,500, which is wild because he's sub 3 ERA too. Coming off a fantastic start against Detroit that nobody saw coming. They won that game 1-0. He 7 innings, 6 Ks, 1 walk, almost a perfect line there. Then a terrible start against Minnesota. St. Louis, he was there. He did face the White Sox one time this year, 7 innings, 5 Ks, 27.4, which would be wild for this price. I want to see, what was his price back then? 8,200. So he was 8,200 there. He's had middle of the road starts, a fantastic start against Detroit, and then his price dropped down. His price dropped down from Detroit to the White Sox by 300. I'm looking at Wacha, and I would look at the Royals bats against Davis or Adrian Hauser here. So if you want to take a look at the bats, where are they? Right here. So this is kind of where I would look at. But yeah, I would full send on Kansas City and Michael Wacha because he is so cheap. SP2, SP1 just depends. I don't trust Adrian Hauser, though. So if I look at the bats against Hauser, the only one that has a home run is Salvador Perez, which, yeah, of course. Against righties, though, Michael Garcia batting 315 with 4 bombs. You got Vinny Pasquantino batting 286. Jack Caglione, I would obviously use. A couple of valuable, maybe under-the-radar picks if you are full stacking. Drew Waters, Kyle Isbell to kind of round out there. Freddie Ferman's another one where I think Thursday had a home run. I think it was a big home run. I can't remember. But that is where I'd look at. I don't trust the White Sox. They're the second worst team in baseball. The worst team last year. They've gotten a tiny bit better just because of, I mean, they started off pretty hot. I will admit they were never going to do. So yeah, I would go Michael Wacha because he is so cheap. I don't trust him in cash, but tournaments I'm okay with. And then a full stack on the Royals. Just kind of pay attention to see what lineup the Royals put out. Then you got Miami at Tampa Bay. Now we look at this. You got Ryan Weathers versus Taj Bradley. Now The fact is, this is in Tampa Bay. There looks to be rain, but that rain can always move out of the way. It's Florida, and then the wind in this ballpark. It is a minor league ballpark. The ball does fly out of there. So you got Ryan Weathers coming in, 2.49 ERA, 4 starts already, 2 against the Cubs. He's had 2 really good starts, 1 against the Cubs and 1 against San Diego. He has just, for whatever reason, pitched exceedingly better than at home. On the road, he's 0.84 ERA, which is great. Again, though, this ballpark does scare me. So Ryan Weathers at 7,200, I don't mind because of how bad Tampa Bay has been overall. But again, if the wind is blowing directly out, it's always going to be a little bit iffy. Then you got Taj Bradley, 3.95 ERA. We used him against Houston last week, 7 innings, 10 Ks. I think people are going to chase those 10 Ks. Tampa Bay, or the Miami Marlins are a bad team. In his career, 29 plate appearances, 292, 31K percentage against them. So he's had a great start against them this year. He had a bad start. So in that one, he only went 4 innings, 5 earned runs, 6 Ks, but had 3 walks to go around all of that. At home, he does have a better ERA, 3.53. So I don't mind him. I think both pitchers are probably only going to be tournament options for me. There's no way I'm trusting either of them in cash whatsoever. But if you aren't going to go that direction, you want to look at different direction and the pitchers, who we want to take against. No one's hit a home run against Bradley, but you can see Miami, they do hit righties better this year for whatever reason. You've got Liam Hicks batting 313 with 4 bombs. You got Xavier Edwards batting over 300. No home runs, but is batting over 300. Connor Norby batting 273. Jesus Sanchez batting 288. You don't forget about Kyle Stowers, only batting 258 against righties, but that is above league average, and he's got double-digit home runs there. Tampa Bay bats against Weathers just because of this ballpark and the makeup of it. I completely get it. We look at that, and they don't hit lefties as well. They haven't seen a ton overall, but actually they kind of have. They've seen a ton of lefties. Danny Jansen batting 224. I mean, Jonathan Arana batting 282, but no home runs. Caballero batting 259 with 2 bombs. Caminero batting 224 with 4 home runs. You got Lowe batting 353 with 1 home run. Like, I'm okay with that. But again, Tampa Bay's offense not been ideal. Maybe Ryan Weathers makes sense here. We'll find out. That's kind of where I'd go. You might even be able to just fade this game completely. Again, you're not going to be able to use players from every single game. I get that. Maybe that's the direction that we go in this one. Next game, we've got Arizona at Cincy. More rain concern here. Scares me because of the ballpark it's in. You got Ryan Nelson versus Nick Martinez. Nelson has only seen 7 plate appearances for the Reds. Nick Martinez, 53 plate appearances, 277 batting average, only 9.4K percent. I'm off of both of them. I am 100% looking at the bats. I don't even need to dig in to the pitching. Could it be wrong? It could. Will it be? Probably not. But what I would look at here is kind of what I would look at in my batting for what I'm looking at. So against Nick Martinez in their career, not a ton of success. Gabriel Moreno batting 1 for 1, batting 1,000 with a home run. No grand slam, so pretty big home run there. And then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. batting 2 for 3 with 1 home run as well. But then we dig in. Who is doing well against righties this year? This is Great American Small Park for a reason. The ball absolutely flies out. You got Ketel Marte this year batting 341 against righties. Absolutely love that. It's got double-digit home run. Eugenio Suarez batting 265 with 13 bombs. Corbin Carroll batting 269 with 15 home runs in this ballpark and can steal bases. Give me all of that. Pavin Smith batting 295 with 4 bombs. Randall Grichuk, I don't know if he'll be in there, but Grichuk batting 412 with a home run. I like that. Alec Thomas, 263 with 2 home runs. I don't know if I'd use him. Since he bats against Ryan Nelson, really, Garrett Hampson's the only one that's seen him before, that's had success, but they do hit righties well this year. Austin Wynns batting 444, 2 bombs, or Jose Trevino. Probably Trevino starts, I would assume. Ellie with 10 bombs, steals bases, 33 RBIs, batting 292 against righties. Gavin Lux batting 320 with a home run. You got Will Benson batting 286 with 6 bombs. You got TJ Friedel batting 325 with 4 bombs. They are all in great spots there. Love this. Fading pitching, going bats. Do not overthink this game whatsoever. But again, pay attention to the weather. That could be a key factor in this. And then Houston at Cleveland is the next game in this slate. And we've got them right here. So we look at this. And looking at this, we've got Hunter Brown versus Gavin Williams. Now, Hunter Brown's a stud. He's in line for Cy Young. He's in the running. 183 ERA. Game log wise, back-to-back. He did have a bad start against Tampa Bay, which makes no sense, but it does make sense at the same time because it's in Tampa. But you've got Tampa Bay here, 24.5 fantasy points against them, 27.9 against the Athletics. He now goes up against Houston, who was shut out on Thursday with Max Fried, and shut out or did nothing against Carlos Rodon a couple of days prior to that. When you look at Hunter Brown on the road, 2.51 ERA. So it is worse on the road, but he has some great stuff. 20 plate appearances, 30K percentage against this team. I would look at him. Then you got Gavin Williams. Game log wise, faced the Angels, got 28.6. You should because they're bad. Faced the Dodgers, got 2.5. Makes sense because they're good. Then Minnesota did well. Milwaukee kind of the middle of the road. Philly really good because he was 6,800. Now, the way Houston's been hitting, I don't know if I trust him. I would probably look at bats against him. Like Isaac Paredes, 267 batting average. Usually he does better at home. But you could look at Paredes with double-digit home runs. You could look at Christian Walker with 8 bombs there. You could take a look, depending. Victor Caratini could be a cheap catching option if he's in there. I don't know if he will be. That's a 264 batting average and only 2 home runs there. Cam Smith, I don't know. Melton, probably not. Maybe Jake Myers, batting 285 with 3 bombs there. So if I were to take a pitcher, it's most likely going to be Hunter Brown. If you're going against him and you want to look at Cleveland bats, like Arias makes sense. Santana makes sense. J-Ram makes sense. Stephen Kwan makes sense against righties. Those are probably the ones I'm looking at. You could look at a little bit of Angel Martinez, maybe Daniel Schneemann, but I don't know if Schneemann even gets in this game. So that is the look at this slate. And then we're going to take a little gander at the 5-game night slate. Just this is how Saturdays usually go. We got the Red Sox at the Yankees. You got Garrett Crochet versus Ryan Yarbrough. Now, Yarbrough did very well. Was not expecting what he did against the Dodgers his last start, but did very well against them. He's 8,500, 283 ERA. He's gone 6 innings in back-to-back games, 1 against the Angels, 1 against the Dodgers. 23.1 against the Dodgers is impressive. He had 5 Ks in that one, 7 against the Angels, 8 against Texas. He now goes up against Boston. Boston strikes out the 3rd most out of every team right now. If he could give you 6 innings again, that's pretty damn good. When he pitches at home, though, he does have a 4.05 ERA. He's only got 2 starts in that, though, so kind of iffy and not the best of a sample size there. So use that knowledge as you can. Then you got Garrett Crochet. 10 plate appearances against the Yankees, 333 batting average, so not much. Obviously, he's a very fantastic pitcher. Sub 2 ERA, 101 strikeouts already. Splits when he's on the road, he does have a better ERA. The Yankees can strike out. I would not be surprised if that happens. Batting wise, through 10,000 sims, I'm not using either of these. I think Crochet is your cash and tournament. I think Yarbrough is probably only your tournament option there. If you guys want to see the bats, simulations, projections, those will be on the website. San Diego at Milwaukee is the next game. We've got Steven Kolick versus Jose Quintana. Kolick, 8,000, coming off, like he hasn't hit value in a while. It's been since at Colorado. Splits-wise, he's not faced Milwaukee this year. When he pitches at home or on the road, he's got a 104 ERA compared to 958 at home, which is kind of wild. Milwaukee's one of those teams where it's very up and down, very iffy what team you're going to get to show up day in and day out. On the flip side of that, you got Quintana here. He comes in 277 ERA. It's actually pitched longer than I thought. Well, he had that gap, right? Yeah. He missed 3 weeks, came back. Problem is 5 innings, 8.5. You're looking right around 5 innings from him. Anywhere between like 85 to 100 pitches. It just depends. San Diego's a really good hitting team. I'm probably off of both the pitchers. I'm probably focused on the bats a little bit more. San Diego bats against Quintana in their career. Machado has a home run. Tatis has a home run. And Jackson Merrill have a home run. Against lefties, though. So we look at this. Like, Maldonado, if he is starting here, so weather's not going to be a concern here. 308 batting average with a home run. You got Luis Ariz, who's day-to-day, hasn't been put on the IL that I know of. You've got Manny Machado batting 317 with 5 bombs against lefties this year. You got Fernando Tatis, only 1 home run, batting 217 for whatever reason. He's a reverse splits guy. Jackson Merrill batting 283 with 2 bombs. I would look at them. Gavin Sheets is another one. Only batting 243 because it is lefty on lefty matchup. But if they get to the bullpen early, it could spell disaster for them. So another one would be Bogarts if he gets in there, or Jose Iglesias. It just depends on who starts there. Then if you go Milwaukee, Stephen Kolek, not much going on. They, 1 at bat, 2 at bats for a couple. Against righties this year, William Contreras batting 265. Eric Haas batting 280. I don't know if he'll play. Jake Bauers batting 247. But the ones I'm looking at is Daz Cameron, Bryce Terang, Christian Yelich, for sure. Sal Frelick might be another one as well. Add on maybe a little bit of Rhys Hoskins or William Contreras for your stack. I'm okay with that. Definitely look at that. I'm fading pitching in this one. I am going bats overall. I think San Diego has the slight edge right now for me. But yeah, Milwaukee, they're the favorite right now too, so it could be anyone's ball game. So we'll move to the next game. We've got Seattle at the Angels. Angels are a very bad team. Luis Castillo is what I'd look at. Both of these teams, though, so the Angels strike out the most out of any team, and then Seattle strikes out the 4th most. This could be a low-scoring game, or both of these pitchers could get lit up. I don't think Castillo will. 3 ERA. Splits-wise, he has not faced the Angels this year. When he's on the road, he is pitching worse, but it is the Angels. And then you look at Kachanowicz here. Splits-wise, he's already faced Seattle once this year. Went 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks, got 14.7. Really not enough here. Then the bullpen comes in. The Angels bullpen is bad as well. So if I were to take one, it would be Castillo, and it would be Seattle offense, just because of how bad, if they do get to Kachanowicz and the bullpen comes in, it could get nasty. So if we are looking at Seattle bats against him, Cal Raleigh is a home run. Who doesn't he have a home run against this year? It seems like Jorge Polanco was on another planet for a while there. Still has a home run against him. So I would look at those two. I would definitely look at a cheap option would be Rowdy Tellez if you're trying to get a stack there. Just depends. J-Rod's always in the mix there. Randy Arozarena's in the mix there. You could get a little bit of Young in there. He's 1 for 10 though against righties. So kind of a slow start for him getting called up. So if I were to look at this game, I am looking at Castillo, not looking at Kachanowicz, and not looking at the Angels offense. Then you got the Mets at the Mets. You got the Mets at the Rockies. They just faced each other last time. We took Clay Holmes in that game. 7 innings, 3 Ks, 3 earned runs, got 17.4, so not enough. That's what kind of scares me. It's in Coors now. He gave up 3 earned runs against them. They won that game 5-3, but still gave up 3 earned runs, and the strikeouts were low. The strikeouts have been pretty low for him. Even though the Rockies struck out the 2nd most out of any team, that's where I'm at. It's hard to want to take. It's just stack the Mets here against Palmquist. We stacked against Palmquist his last game. 4 earned runs against the Mets. Did have 8 Ks in that game, though. 5K. You could throw him in there just because he's 5K. Basically, you need 10 fantasy points. 15 would be 3 times. 20 plus would be great. I don't think he gets there. His ERA is 8.5. You look at his splits. At home, it does have a 12.46. I'm off. Yeah, I just check out whoever the Mets are putting out there. Go Mets, bats. And maybe you could go Holmes, but Holmes at 9K in Colorado scares me a little. It's got great stuff, and Colorado strikes out a ton. So be that as it may. And then the final game on the slate, we've got Baltimore at the Athletics as the final game. We've got, I don't think it's been confirmed yet. Is it confirmed? It is. The A's have not confirmed that it's Sevy. Now, it could be. It's his turn in the rotation. You also have Charlie Morton. Now, I was fully against Charlie Morton. Actually, no. Yes, we were against him, and I'm like, let's stack the White Sox to be funny. It didn't work out. Morton shoved. 6.2 innings, no earned runs, 1 run total, 1 walk, 7 Ks. He looked great. He's now going against the Athletics. In his career, 17 plate appearances, 200. Really hasn't seen him. He's still got a 6 ERA. His numbers recently have been trending upwards, though. The ballpark, though, is a minor league ballpark. That scares me a little bit. His price is 6K. I think you take advantage of the 6K price. He's pitching 100 pitches against the White Sox. Again, though, it's 100 pitches into the 7th inning, so it's a little bit up there, and it's more pitches than he did. Like, he's ramped up the past couple of starts, like I said. His price isn't bad, but the way the Athletics have been hitting, it's always iffy this year, especially in this ballpark. Then you got Sevy coming in. Splits-wise, he's not faced Baltimore this year. Obviously, seen him a ton when he was with the Yankees. Home games, though, he does have a 6.99 ERA because of this ballpark. I'm probably off of Sevy. I'm probably looking at the bats overall. Athletic bats that I'd look at. Tyler Soderstrom is the top of my list there. Don't overthink that one. He's been absolutely on fire right now. That's what I would look at. I would look at Soderstrom. I would look at Lawrence Butler if he's in there. Brent Rooker. You could look at, depending, Luis Urias if he's in there. Denzel Clark could be a cheap option for you as well. Flip side of that, Baltimore bats against Sevy, Gunnar Henderson, Ryan O'Hearn, Jackson Holiday, top 3 that I want to look at. Get a little bit of maybe Dylan Carlson if he gets in there. I don't know if he'll start against Sevy, but he might. Maybe a little bit of Kobe Mayo or Colton Cowser to round out the game. So there you have it. That is the breakdown for Saturday. That is the early slate, the main slate, then the night slate. We're now going to give you all of the batters that currently have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 simulations. We run total of 20,000 simulations a day. We will have the 20,000 simulations ran before the main slate launch. The record is 38. We're not going to beat that today, but we're sure going to try. So here we go. Number 1 is Shohei Ohtani. Number 2 is Francisco Lindor. Number 3 is Bryce Harper. 4 is Juan Soto. 5 is Trey Turner. 6 is Kyle Schwarber. 7 is Bobby Witt Jr. 8 is Brandon Nimmo. 9, Jake Berger. 10, Pete Alonso. 11, Mookie Betts. 12, Cal Raleigh. 13, Freddie Freeman. 14, Nick Castellanos. 15, Kyle Higashioka. 16, Teoscar Hernandez. 17, JT Realmuto. 18, Kyle Tucker. 19, Jorge Polanco. 20, Andy Pages. 21, Jackson Merrill. 22, Alec Boehm. 23, Gleyber Torres. 24, Michael Garcia. 25, Vinny Pasquantino. And 26, Matthew Archibald Chapman against Bryce Elder. I just made that middle name up. I have no idea. Actually, you know what? I'll look up his middle name right now. And before we do it, the keyword of the day is cherry, black cherry. That's because I'm drinking sparkling ice black cherry water. I don't understand how this has 0 sugar, but it's sweet. It makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. His middle name is James. Middle name is James. Didn't know that. What'd I say? Archibald? I like mine. There you have it. Those are 10 out of 10. If we're gonna do pitches be crazy now. These are pitchers. I like some of these. It just depends. I don't know. You can use these for DFS or sports betting. Number 1 is Luis Castillo at the Angels. The Angels strike out 9.69 times per game, 10.04 at home. Clay Holmes at Colorado. Colorado strikes out 9.66 times per game, 9.54 at home. Number 3 is Ryan Yarbrough versus the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox strike out 9.19 times per game, 10.32 on the road. Number 4 is Jack Kachanowicz versus Seattle. Seattle strikes out 9.03 times per game, 8.89 on the road. And finally, the first game of the day that we didn't break down, Jameson Taillon at Detroit Tigers. Tigers strike out 8.95 times per game, 8.86 at home. So there you go. Those are pitches be crazy. And now we're going to give you the batters we think can get a 2+ base matchup here. Love the Great American Small Park here. Love Arizona and Cincy bats. Love the Mets at Colorado. I love Texas at Washington. Philly at Pittsburgh. Those are the games I'm probably going to focus on the most. But also Dodgers at the Cardinals. So number 1, I think could get 2+ bases today. Shohei Ohtani versus Eric Fetty-Wap. You got Bryce Harper versus Andrew Heaney. Lindor, if he's in there, versus Palmquist. Number 4 is Nick Castellanos versus Andrew Heaney. Number 5 is Starling Marte versus Palmquist. 6 is Freddie Freeman. 7 is Trey Turner. 8 is Teoscar Hernandez. 9 is Alec Boehm. And finally, 10 is Juan Soto. Ton of games in Colorado. I don't know how you're going to be able to afford all of the big names in Colorado, but if you are looking for like 2+ bases to do some sports betting, you can definitely same game parlay. I I think you could probably same game parlay Colorado, the Mets at Colorado. And then I think we could look at maybe parlaying multiple different same game parlays. Philly against Andrew Haney. Let's make some bacon that way. So those are the bats that I would look at. Don't necessarily parlay all of them together, but you could pick and choose some of them. And then pitchers we're looking at. Hunter Brown. These are the strikeouts that I would try to focus on. Hunter Brown, if you can find a line for 7+, I get that. Number 2 is Garrett Crochet, 6+. Number 3 is Ryan Yarbrough against Boston because they do strike out the third most. If you can find 5+ strikeouts for him, I like that line. Number 4 is Jacob deGrom versus Washington. If you can find a line for 5+, completely understand. And finally, Yoshinobu Yamamoto against the Cardinals. You can find a line for 4+ strikeouts or 5+ strikeouts. I like that as well. Let's just hope that he doesn't get into pitch trouble early in the game. I think he was in 90+ pitches in the third inning on, was it Friday night or Saturday baseball? One of the two. I think it was Saturday. So there you have it. That is the breakdown for the Yankees, or Sunday Night Baseball. That is the breakdown for the entire slate. Each different slate we have there. Pitches be crazy. Everything for you on this Saturday. Would love to know how you guys found us. If it was the front page of Google or front page of YouTube, wherever it was, let us know. Have a fantastic Saturday, whether or not you're just enjoying the day, you're playing DFS, you're sports betting. Have a great day. Good luck. And as always, you guys know what to do.